Here comes Jeff Gordon looking for the checkered flag.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished 15th here in May. In the 7 races prior to that at Talladega, he won 5 and finished second in the other 2. Driving the Budweiser Chevy, Jr. is the king of cheers, but this year has left his fans with bitter race face. Just 1 win, he missed the chase. The best ride this season for him has been in that commercial with the Clydesdales. But after struggling through most of 2005 with 2 crew chiefs, Dale has been reunited with his cousin, Tony Eury Jr. In the past, they have been a 1-2 punch, knocking out the competition, winning races and 2 Busch Series championships. This is a move that has driver, crew, and company believing there are a lot more wins on tap.
Junior, with you guys, it wasn't necessarily looking for something better at the end of last year. I mean, it was all about the fact that y'all just weren't getting along, right?
You know, we won 6 races last year. I knew that if we were together, we would be good on the racetrack, you know, but sometimes, I mean, for me, it's not enough just to be winning races. You know, I want to be happy with the relationship I got with the people I'm working with. And I didn't want to end up falling out bad with him one day over something happening at the racetrack and us not be able to talk and be close friends like we have been.
If you had a great season and you're in the chase and you had 6 wins, are we sitting here talking to him in a red shirt?
That's a good question. I don't know. What do you think?
You might have. I mean, it's hard to say. There's a lot of people call it a mistake, but I think it was good just to get away from one another. I learned a lot on the outside. I think we both matured quite a bit.
If we go back and continue to have this success and run great next year, a lot of people are going to say we should have never switched. But maybe that success is a result of that time apart.
I want to read you something, Dale. Before this season, when you switched crews, you said something interesting about why you thought the switch would be good, okay? Here's what you said. I think I have a lot of maturing to do. I could talk to Tony Jr. however the hell I want. I could say anything to him because I knew the next day we were still cousins. Do you think this maturity that you spoke of has happened in this short 8 months? It's not an equation of whether, you know, you put these 2 guys together, does it work out? I mean, it's not as simple as, well, this will work if I matured. I would love to be a lot more mature than I am, but I think I have matured some and I've learned some.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. said he heard Tony Eury Jr. on the radio for the first time this week. It's like hearing from a best friend he hadn't heard from in a long time.
I was kind of nervous and loud, and I was like, I hope I still work out, you know? I mean, I just kind of went in there and I guess just say put a little bit of a leadership role in there and kind of pumped them guys up, and we've had success over the last 2 weeks.
We really haven't even talked about getting back together. This is definitely the most we've talked about it.
We met each other loud and said, all right, let's do it. It's been jam up, been fun. I mean, I think he's been pumped up just about as much as I have. Been talking a whole lot more than I think we ever have.
You know, the last 2 weeks, if it's any sign of how this relationship is now, it's a good sign because of the, you know, we talk, maybe we're not talking more as far as the amount of words we're sharing amongst each other, but the tone of the conversation and how it's handled is a lot better. And it's just, you know, I think that we're just, you know, I'm 31 October 10th, and it's time to, you know, the party's over. It's time to go get on the championship wagon.
And we are live with Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now, and as that wagon, the championship wagon's already sailed this year without you on it, you can still win races this year. How big was it to walk in and see your cousin as your crew chief this time at Talladega?
Pretty good. He's been working on the car real hard over the last couple of weeks, and him and all the guys on the Bud team. Everybody back at the shop really hustled because they kind of tore the car apart and put it all back together in just a little matter of time. So a lot of good effort by everybody at the shop, and Tony Jr. Thinks we got a great car here. It was good in practice, and a couple of good guys out there we're going to have to race with, so we'll see what we can do.
Has he given you the kind of confidence you've had here in the past, Junior?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's talented at what he does, and anytime you get in his car, you know you're going to have something pretty good and something you can work with as a driver, and it gives you a lot of confidence. So definitely brings a lot of confidence in this weekend.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Cousin Tony start 20th. Alan?
Jeff Gordon dominated and won the last race here at Talladega back in early May. Jeff, how about the confidence meter for you today?
Well, we're not starting as far forward as we did then, but we've got a great race car yesterday in practice. Very happy with it. Didn't make a lot of laps, but felt really confident in the power and in the car. This is a brand new car, and just getting a feel for it, but it drove great. So I'm excited. This is a great race. I know everybody gets excited about seeing this one, and I mean, we're going to do what we can to stay out of trouble, out of that big one, but I think all we can really do is just go out there and race.
All right, Jeff stepped out of a team meeting to join us. We appreciate that. Jeff starts 12th.
Thanks, Alan. Jeff's Hendrick teammate Kyle Busch was second last week, but 41st here in May. He starts 13th. Martin Truex Jr. leads the Busch Series Championship standings. Today, a step toward getting ready for 2006. Driving the one car, he starts 17th. In the wall, the defending series champion.
One down already.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know who the crew chief of the 10 is. I just want to talk to him a little bit. The 10 car, we've had issues in the past, and this isn't the place to repay somebody.
Matt Kenseth just called in, told his crew, be ready, I think I've got a flat tire.
That is the debris that the 17 car ran over with this left rear to give him the flat. And you'll see it fly up right there, up against the fence.
17 car going down in the corner. That right front tire going flat.
Matt Kenseth will go straight to the garage, damage to the braking system. Robbie Reiser has told him to take it straight to the garage. Ouch.
Every week, every point matters, and in the chase, it's not just the points you get, it's the points you don't get that may tell the story when we get to Homestead. Let's go down to Marty.
Yeah, Bill, and it seems like Matt Kenseth has been coming from behind all season long. Do you have one more comeback left in you to make a run of this championship, Matt?
I don't know. we'll see. I think, we've had pretty good cars the last 2 weeks, and, had a lug nut caught 1 week and 2 flat tires the next week. So it seems like we've been having some little bit of bad luck again. So hopefully we can have some good luck here at Talladega and get a good finish. We got a great car this weekend, and hopefully we can do the right things with it and be lucky today and get back in it.
He trails Jimmy Johnson by 124 points, Dave.
Bit by Kurt's circumstances for the second week in a row. Kurt Busch is now 10th in the chase. Kurt, do you race Talladega any differently than if you guys were leading it?
The plan still is pretty much the same. We need to lead a lap today. We don't think we have a chance to lead most laps like we did last week, but gain those 5 points and just work our way through the race. Have smooth pit stops and work our way towards the front, towards the latter part, and then see if we're in position for a good finish. I hope that we've had enough bad luck to miss the big one today if it does happen.
To Matt Yoakum.
Now, Dave, the one constant all weekend, the same phrase heard over and over, the 20 team has the car to beat. Now, Tony Stewart led all but 9 laps at Daytona with this car. Is it as good or better than it was at the beach?
It was hard to tell. I mean, we didn't really know how good a car we had at Daytona until we actually got in the race. But yesterday in practice it was hard to tell because you had different groups of cars you're around. But when we got with the right guys, we were able to do what we did at Daytona.
The one thing they do best, survival. Over the last 7 plate races, they have finished every single lap. Only one of 3 drivers to do that.
Thanks, Matt. Kyle Petty finished 8th at Dover last Sunday, tying his best finish of the year. He rolls off 38th, 1 spot in front of Kenny Schrader, who finished 8th here in May. Next, a ride to the infield with Carl Edwards. You're watching the Bank of America Countdown to Green on NBC.